Hey guys, General Grove here from Construction Simulator 2's Fan Forum and Wiki, and we're going to continue on with levels 6 through 7. We're going to start off with some contracts. Just check through the contracts, see which ones you want. The soil job that I'm going to be doing next is one that I prefer doing over and over again when I first started the game, just because you don't have to do too much and it's a very quick and easy contract. And I also really enjoy using the cat backhoe. So this is a sped up version, but you can see it's very easy. Just drop the soil over the pipes and do that until the contract is done, and it should take you between 5 and 8 minutes to finish this. Yeah, 5 minutes. Okay? And it's a quick 19,000 plus the 6,000 for the bonus. We're going to set the next job, another minor gardening job. These are very easy, and you just want to, when you're selecting contracts, look and see what it requires. This one's more excavating. Clearly these two neighbors are having a problem with one picking the other's newspaper up, so we're going to build a cement wall. We're going to start by digging out the foundation for the cement wall. If you don't have the hang of excavating by now, 6 through 7 should have given you the ropes of excavating. It's very simple, and as you can see, once you get the hang of it, you can use both joysticks at the same time to make a fluid motion. Now, I suggest before you accept a contract, look at the contract's or required materials, and just have your cat flatbed already there and already loaded. And since we put the points into transport skills, we can automatically load, and you get an achievement for that called being lazy. Now we're all loaded up and we're headed to the vehicle trader. We need a cement truck. We're going to rent it. And this is another point that we put into the transport skills. We can automatically load our cement trucks now. Now this will save us a lot of time when we're doing the contracts. It's really going to come in handy later on too, when you need to refill the cement truck, because some of these cement jobs are going to require a lot more than just one load. As well as dumping out the dump trucks when you fill them up from Soilworks. Now the cementing is done, so let's bring in the flatbed. Of course, what we're going to do is return the cement truck, and we get the extra cement back as a refund. And since you were already loaded before you started the contract, that saved you even more time. So about 10 minutes, and it could be even less than that if you really have something close by the home base and you do all these steps properly. Now again, looking at the material list, the shopping menu, we need one of each. We're going to have those ready on the flatbed. You just want to look at what it requires, what you need to do. This one has 1 pallet MDF, 4 pallets of wood. So this is the one that we're going to do because it's got the least amount of materials that I need to purchase, and it looks like it'll be a pretty easy one too. Now more excavating, and you see I'm using the tip that I first gave you, is to move one joystick at a time when learning how to excavate. One at a time, and then as you get used to it, you'll start to use both at the same time. Now as you can see here, it's a little tricky, the digging. But what I should have done is started opposite and worked my way towards the road. And the reason being is because when you're doing this specific contract and you have to excavate marked areas like this, it's going to come in handy to be able to maneuver yourself a little better. And also, with any digging in this game, you do not have to color inside the lines. In fact, I suggest strongly that you dig alongside the lines and even a little bit outside the line, because it will make the difference between completing the contract in a timely manner or digging around trying to figure out where the soil that isn't allowing you to finish the contract is still hidden. We're going to move up again, and you see I put myself in a predicament because I'm too close to the wall. I should have started the other way. Again, one joystick at a time until you get the hang of using both. And we're all done. Load the flatbed. Again, if you are going to accept a contract like this, make sure that you look at the shopping list and pre-purchase those items. Also, because we looked ahead at the contract, we seen that there'd be some cement works, and instead of purchasing a concrete pump, we'll just buy the concrete bucket. And I'm going to show you how to use the concrete bucket, which is pretty nifty and very easy to use. It's going to help a lot when you're doing any contracts that have cement works that require this kind of work. When there's walls that you need to fill in, or when there's pylons to fill in, canals to fill in, or if you just generally don't want to back your cement truck up onto a driveway just to do the concrete part of the job. So again, renting the cement truck, switch to it, we're going to auto load it, and then we're going to head to the concrete site. Now I don't show it here, but it's very self-explanatory. You bring the concrete bucket down to the ground, back your cement truck up to it, pour the cement into the concrete bucket, and then hook the concrete bucket onto your flatbed with crane. And then once you get a hang, long press on the concrete bucket and pull up the toggle concrete, and you'll start to pour. Now it doesn't hold that much, so you're going to have to refill it a couple times, but this is going to help a lot when you're doing these kind of contracts that need you filling in the wall foundation. This makes it a lot easier than trying to use the cement truck to fill these in, because that can be a little bit of hassle. And this is a lot easier, streamlined, and a lot more fun. Now, as you can see there, we didn't really even have to use all of that. And all we need to do is return it to the home base, right there in the store. And from now on, that will be inside of your home base under the management tab. Return the cement truck, refund the cement we didn't use. And now it's time to move on to the next part of this contract. Now you see there that big square with the missing dirt has a crane symbol on the inside. That's going to come in handy in a little bit. What we're going to have to do is go to the vehicle dealer, and we're going to purchase a crane. The Liebherr L124, we're going to rent it. We're going to long press onto it. Once you long press that dirt patch, it will give you the option to use a crane. If you do not have the proper crane for that site, it will not give you the option to use a crane. So make sure that you have all three of them once you get into Northridge. So the crane's really easy and a lot of fun to use. But before we get into that, let's look at the finance cycle. Now the financial overview will show you your one-time expenses, and these consist of you jumping to places as well as materials that you've purchased, and recurring expenses are vehicles rented. Now, since we only rented the vehicle for the duration that we needed it and immediately returned it, it actually saved us a lot of money, and yet again, we are still way in the green, only in the second month of having our company open and just about to reach level 7. Now from here, we're going to look at the profile and go to the skills. We're going to put another point in the skill tree. Transportation skills. The third point allows you to bring construction material directly to the construction site. I don't recommend that one yet. only because sometimes once the construction material is delivered to the site, it still may be out of reach of the crane that you have on site. And it also only works for construction sites that have the brown crane marker, such as the one that I'm on right now. The other ones may be for increased load in your dump trucks and excavators, as well as maintenance costs reduction, as well as 20% off of construction material, even up to 10% off of rentals and 10% off of purchased vehicles. Now, I would strongly advise to start putting points into business skills and wear skills. So the first one we're going to do is business skills, because we're going to get the 20% off of construction material purchased, and that's going to save us a lot of money in the long run, especially when we start getting into those material heavy contracts. And then the next point will go into wear skills, because by this time we're going to be purchasing vehicles for the first time, and you're going to want to have that reduction in maintenance costs for your vehicles. It's going to save you money in the long run as well. And then right back to business skills and dump all of your points, the next 3 levels after that up to level 12, into business skills. That's also going to save you a boat ton of money when you start getting into the more expensive vehicles, some of them costing up to $500,000. So you could see right there, we'd be broke if we purchased one of those. So that's it for this video. I'm General Grable from the Fan Forum and Wiki, and I'll see you in the next video.